Everyone says chicken is the king of protein, but what if I told you some plants actually contain even more protein per 100 grams? Most people have eaten them without ever realizing it. Today, we're counting down 11 of the highest protein plants, and number 1 might completely change how you think about plant food. But first, a quick reality check, because this comparison only makes sense with the right context. Cooked chicken breast, the gold standard of gym food, has 31 grams of protein per 100 grams. Ground beef has 25. These are the numbers every bodybuilder, dietitian, and fitness influencer points to when they say, you need meat for real protein. Those are our 2 benchmarks for this entire video. Every plant you're about to hear beat at least one of them. Some beat both. And number 1 beats chicken by almost triple. Let's count it down. Before we get into the list, there's one concept that makes everything click, and without it, skeptics will poke holes in every single number. When you eat a chicken breast, you're eating cooked meat. Heat has already driven most of the water out. So that 31 grams of protein per 100 grams is a concentrated number. Most plants are eaten raw or hydrated full of water, which dilutes their protein on the scale. But the moment you look at plants in their dry, roasted, or powdered forms, the numbers flip completely. This isn't a trick. Every number in this video comes directly from USDA Food Data Central and peer-reviewed research. What it is a comparison the food industry almost never shows you. Peanuts, 26 g per 100 g. We're starting with the one sitting in 94% of American pantries right now. Dry roasted peanuts contain 26 grams of protein per 100 grams. That beats 80/20ths ground beef at 25 grams, and matches pork loin. The Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health points out that peanuts are technically legumes, not nuts, which is exactly why their protein profile is superior to most actual nuts. Long-term studies also connect peanut consumption to lower cardiovascular disease risk in Americans. They're high in arginine, which athletes use for nitric oxide production. They're low in methionine, which is why pairing them with bread completes the amino acid profile. The classic American peanut butter sandwich was doing something nutritionally smart the whole time. And for those tracking protein-to-calorie ratio, the U.S. market is shifting toward powdered peanut butter products like PB2, which remove the fat and leave behind roughly a 50% protein concentrate. The humble peanut. The surprise opener. Now let's step it up. Morina leaf powder, 27-30 g per 100 g. Morina is being called the miracle tree, and while that sounds like marketing, UC Davis is currently studying it as a climate-smart nutrition solution. So the scientists are paying attention too. Dried Morina leaf powder contains 27 to 30 grams of protein per 100 grams, more than a standard hamburger patty. Here's what makes that remarkable. This is a leafy green. Leafy greens are not supposed to be protein sources. Morina breaks that rule entirely, and it contains all essential amino acids, which is exceptionally rare for anything in that category. In concentrated powder form, it also delivers 15 times more potassium than bananas and 17 times more calcium than milk. In the U.S., it's made the jump from ethnic grocery stores to mainstream health brands like Kuli Kuli, and it's currently trending as a caffeine-free alternative to matcha. There's also early research suggesting Morina may have anti-nutrient neutralizing properties, meaning it could make its own protein more absorbable than other greens. The data is still developing, but it's promising. A leafy green that out-proteins a burger. What's next might surprise you even more. Pumpkin seeds, 30 g per 100 g. Every October, Americans scoop out pumpkin seeds and either roast them or throw them away. Either way, most people have no idea they're handling one of the better protein sources in their own kitchen. Dried and roasted pumpkin seeds, often sold as pepitas, the hull-less variety, contain 30 grams of protein per 100 grams. That's more than pork chops at 26 grams, and more than 80/20ths ground beef at 25. Research published in the Journal of Food Science and Technology highlights them as a major source of both zinc and magnesium, 2 minerals consistently underconsumed in the American diet. A standard 1-ounce serving, about 28 grams, gives you roughly 9 grams of protein. That's a legitimate boost for oatmeal, a salad, or trail mix. Sales of pumpkin seed protein powder in the U.S. have grown 15% annually. The Halloween byproduct became a premium ingredient. Now for a seed that made it all the way to Costco and has 0 grams of something most people are worried about. Hemp hearts, 31.5 g per 100 g. After the 2018 Farm Bill legalized hemp cultivation in the United States, hemp hearts went from specialty health stores to Costco and Walmart almost overnight. At 31.5 grams of protein per 100 grams, hemp hearts are virtually identical to chicken breast and beat 80/20ths ground beef. Their protein comes primarily from edestin and albumin proteins that human digestive systems break down very efficiently. They're also a complete protein, containing all essential amino acids, and deliver omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids in what researchers consider an ideal 3-to-1 ratio. And yes, hemp seeds contain 0 THC. The FDA has specifically addressed this. You cannot fail a drug test eating hemp hearts. A common misconception, definitively put to rest. Toss them on your salad. Blend them into a smoothie. You're matching chicken breast protein with a seed the size of a sesame. But we're about to leave the seed category behind and enter territory that ancient Roman soldiers already knew about. Lupini beans, 36 g per 100 g dry. Long before protein bars and isolate powders, ancient Romans were snacking on lupini beans. They were the original stadium snack eaten at gladiatorial events the way Americans eat peanuts at a baseball game. In dry form, lupini beans contain 36 grams of protein per 100 grams more than chicken, beef, or pork. Even when cooked or pickled, they hold around 16 grams per 100 grams, which is significantly higher than most other legumes. Research from the University of Western Australia suggests the specific proteins in lupins called conglutins may also improve glucose metabolism. In the US, they've been quietly trending as a low-carb, keto-friendly snack. Brands like Brahmi have modernized this Mediterranean staple into grab-and-go packs found in health food stores nationwide. One critical warning: raw lupini beans contain bitter alkaloids that are toxic. They must be soaked and boiled extensively before eating. In the US, they're almost always sold pre-soaked or as flour, but if you ever go the raw route, know what you're doing. Ancient Roman fuel. Modern keto snack. And now we're entering the top 6 where the numbers start getting genuinely hard to believe. Quinoa. When people think about high-protein foods, quinoa often comes to mind, and for good reason. A single cooked cup provides around 8 grams of protein, but what truly sets quinoa apart is its quality rather than just the number. It naturally contains all 9 essential amino acids, making it one of the few plant foods that offers a complete protein profile comparable to animal-based sources like meat and eggs. Quinoa has a remarkable history. The ancient Inca civilization valued it so highly that it was known as the mother grain. It served as a dependable source of nourishment for Incan warriors during long journeys and demanding battles. Even today, quinoa continues to earn recognition. Its outstanding nutritional profile has attracted the attention of scientists, and NASA has studied quinoa as a promising food crop for future long-duration space missions. Beyond its nutritional value, quinoa is also an excellent choice for home gardeners. It grows successfully in poor soils, tolerates dry conditions, survives light frost, and produces abundant seed heads that can be harvested and stored like traditional grains. Growing quinoa at home offers an affordable and reliable way to produce your own complete plant-based protein. Amaranth. Amaranth may not receive as much attention as quinoa, but it's every bit as impressive. One cooked cup supplies about 9 grams of protein, and like quinoa, it naturally contains all 9 essential amino acids, making it a complete plant protein. Thousands of years ago, the Aztec civilization considered amaranth one of its most valuable crops. It was used not only as a staple food, but also in religious ceremonies and even accepted as a form of tax payment. Its importance was so great that, after the Spanish conquest of Mexico, cultivation of amaranth was deliberately restricted because controlling such a vital food source meant controlling the people. Modern research continues to support its reputation. Studies suggest that amaranth protein is highly digestible, with a biological value comparable to many animal proteins. Researchers have also identified naturally occurring bioactive peptides and compounds in amaranth that are currently being investigated for potential anti-inflammatory and antioxidant benefits. With its rich history and impressive nutritional profile, amaranth remains one of the world's most underrated protein-rich crops. Chia seeds. Don't let their size fool you. Just 2 tablespoons of chia seeds provide around 5 grams of protein, along with 11 grams of dietary fiber and an excellent supply of heart-healthy omega-3 fatty acids. When you consider how much nutrition is packed into such a small serving, chia seeds stand out as one of the most nutrient-dense whole foods available. Chia has been valued for centuries. Historical records suggest that Aztec warriors relied on these tiny seeds as a major source of energy during long-distance travel and military campaigns. The word chia is derived from the ancient Nahuatl word chian, meaning oily, a fitting name for seeds so rich in healthy fats, and a reflection of how deeply embedded they were in Aztec daily life. Today, endurance athletes continue to appreciate chia seeds because they deliver a unique combination of high-quality protein, healthy fats, and slow-releasing carbohydrates, helping provide sustained energy during prolonged physical activity. From a gardening perspective, chia is equally impressive. It grows well in warm climates, produces generous harvests of seeds, and those seeds can be stored for years without a significant loss of nutritional value. Despite their tiny size, chia seeds offer an exceptional combination of nutrition, convenience, and long-term storage, making them one of the most practical plant-based protein sources available. Here's the part that makes this video actually credible. Most of the plant victories you just heard happen in dry or concentrated forms. When you rehydrate, numbers shift. And the DIAAS scores, the most current measure of protein digestibility, are generally higher for animal proteins. Seeds like hemp and pumpkin have slightly lower absorption rates than meat, meaning you may need to eat roughly 10 to 15% more by weight to get the same effective protein your body actually uses. That's not a knock on plants. It's the honest science. And it doesn't change the core conclusion. Harvard and the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics have both confirmed that as long as you eat a variety of plant foods throughout the day, the old rule about complementing proteins at every single meal is outdated. Variety handles it over time. These aren't replacements for a balanced diet. They're ammunition for a smarter one. So now you know all 11. From the peanut butter in your pantry to the NASA-approved algae in your smoothie, the protein is already there. Most people just never knew to look. But here's the question this video didn't answer. How do you actually eat these in a way that maximizes what your body absorbs? Because knowing the protein number and actually getting that protein into your muscles are two completely different things. That's exactly what the next video breaks down, and if today's numbers surprised you, the bioavailability research is going to change how you think about every single meal. It's linked right here. I'll see you there.